this man who is from London told authorities he wanted to work in the U.S. and said, you know what, I don't need any help, as he swam the frigid waters. This was on Thursday. And then once he actually touched shore in Port Huron, he was returned to Canada after a medical evaluation. Strange.
I mean, I understand people, especially over there, it's really, there's not a lot. It's not something I would do, but, what the heck?
Swim across the river.
I don't think I'd be able to swim across the river.
Me neither. I'd take a noodle. Something.
I spent a lot of time on a noodle in a pool this weekend. Oh, yeah. Noodles are awesome. All right. Thank you very much, Heather. You know what else is awesome? Going to a baseball game. The Tigers are opening Comerica Park. Full capacity tomorrow. Are you going? 97.1.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Looking at the World Series futures market, the defending champions Los Angeles still the odds-on favorite at plus 350. Then it's Chicago's AL team at plus 650, followed by San Diego plus 700, and New York's American League team plus 900. And I know people are going to be interested in betting New York's American League team, but take it from me, a fan of the team. This team is not winning a championship this year. Hard to trust the rotation once we get past the number one starter. The batting is inconsistent, and the manager has shown that he doesn't have a sense of urgency, so it's really hard to like New York's American League team. If you're looking to bet here, it would be LA or San Diego, one of those two teams out in the NL West. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more. But today must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Win a new Mercedes-Benz C300 during the Dream Car giveaway at MGM Grand Detroit. June 1st through July 30th, MLife Rewards members can enter weekly drawings to win your share of over $110,000 in free play. Plus, one player will drive off in a new Mercedes-Benz. With virtual drawings being held every Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., now's your chance to win in grand style. The Dream Car giveaway, only at MGM Grand Detroit. City MLife Rewards desk details must be 21 or older. Grand times ahead.
Refinancing your mortgage with Home Financial does more than just lower your monthly payment. You can shorten the term of your loan or tap into some of your home's equity. Take advantage of historically low interest rates. Call 248-308-5000 or go to davidhallmortgage.com.
Hey, we get it. You don't want to be hearing a Progressive commercial right now, so let us tell you something you do want to hear. No one is funnier than you. People laugh just thinking about the things you've said. I'm laughing at one of them right now. Coworkers repeat your jokes at the office, but they're never as good as when you tell them, and shame on them for trying. There, don't you feel better? You'll also feel better knowing you can save when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Although I'm sure you'd have a funnier way to say that. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Have a discount not available in all states or situations. For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner. Offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Committed to helping keep your facilities safe. And your people safer. Call clickgrainger.com/safety or just stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
I'm with Applied Imaging customer Scott Bruckman, business manager for Partners in Internal Medicine. Scott, you transitioned to Applied Imaging from a manufacturer-direct relationship.
Everything from there kind of just got better. I think we transitioned not only our copying service, but our printing service. We transitioned quite a bit of business to Applied Imaging because of the quality of service.
With Applied Imaging, you're always working with live people.
Yeah, honestly, it's the customer service. They can make a phone call and somebody on the other side of the phone is answering with a friendly voice.
What's been the bottom line benefit of your Applied Imaging relationship?
It's just the quality of the customer care. They make sure that we're running and have all of our needs fulfilled. Timely, friendly.
Call Applied Imaging today, 800-521-0999.
studio, here's Tony and Jensen.
97-1, the ticket. The Tigers completed their weekend losing 3 of 4 to the first place Chicago White Sox, a really good team. I remember we said after the Tigers, swept the Yankees, let's see what they can do this week. They play, on the road at Milwaukee, at Chicago, and I figured, if they went 3-3, that'd be good. They went 2-4, so not horrible. In some aspects, they played good, and others they didn't. By the way, the highlight for me this weekend, guys, was that Jacoby Jones was DFA. Now he may, if he doesn't clear waivers, which he'll go back to Toledo. But this is what I like about the AJ Hinch regime. They're producing for the most part.
Unless you're a favor.
Yeah, go to Toledo or get the hell out.
Yeah, there's motivation.
Yeah.
Produce. That's the name of the game.
It's good to see that, look, Eric Haas. I mean, he comes up and he produces, another multi-home run game on Saturday. So there's some signs that they're somewhat decent. They're still not a good team. But you know what? It's weird. We still have the worst run differential in the American League at 58. But as Gov knows, earlier in the season, it was atrocious. And now it's not the third worst. It's not the worst in baseball. It's the third worst. So they're making baby steps.
They're taking baby steps. And you mentioned AJ Hinch. He rewards the players that are, shows some signs of life. Akil Baddoo, I know that there's some business aspects to that with the Rule 5,
right.
But he has shown that he is working on things. He's improving. Eric Haas, Tarek Skubal, all right, is showing really good improvement. 11 strikeouts this weekend. He's and his strikes to the amount of pitch ratio has continued to improve almost every outing. So you're seeing the rewards for guys playing well, and I think that's a great motivator for these kids.
Yeah, and the bad news, though, is Turnbull, we don't know if he's going on the IL, the injured list again. We don't know how long that's going to be. And Fulmer as well. Fulmer, I think, short term. But Turnbull, we don't know. But anyway, question I'm going to ask you is 485-3997-97. And probably talk about it again tomorrow, but it's Tigers do a day off today. But Comerica Park will be open for everybody beginning tomorrow. They have a week homestand, the Seattle Mariners, and then the White Sox come in, so that'll be fun. See a really good team in here this weekend. Will you go? There are people, right or wrong, that still do not want to be involved with big crowds. Sure. You can still wear a mask if you want. There's no rules that you can't wear a mask. If that's what you want to do, fine. Or is it the product on the field that's going to keep you back?
I think for long term, the product on the field will be. Yes. But this week, I think you're going to see a lot of people who are comfortable going out in groups, going out and being in a stadium, sitting next to somebody that they don't know. I think you're going to see an initial spike in ticket sales and attendance, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun to see. It'll be fun to hear it, whether it's on radio, whether it's on TV. Being able to see all the reactions, hear it. It's just I can't wait to get a chance to get down there. I can't go tomorrow night. Are you going to go?
No, I can't go.
Yeah,
but I'll go. Maybe
I would if I. Yeah, I'm hoping to get out there this week.
Yes. 248-539-9797. That's our telephone number and the ticket text. Will you go? And if you won't go, why? Does it have anything to do with, COVID? Or does it have anything to do with the fact that, it's a nice night, I don't want to spend the money. I'd rather watch it on television, or I just don't enjoy the product.
Yeah, I think you're going to get all, you're going to, you're going to span the spectrum of reasons or whatever. And I think we talked about this originally. We had some phone calls. I know that there was a lot of concern from those that wanted individual seats because you had to sit in pairs. You only sell pairs. I think the biggest benefit over the rest of the season are those that, hey, you got an afternoon, you're retired, or whatever, you got a day off, you want to go down by yourself, you can now get yourself a single ticket.
Yeah. I also saw, if you are, I encourage people to do this, but if you're not to the right, the Fox Theater, I think, it is beginning tomorrow as well. Go get vaccinated, you get 2 free tickets plus a $10 coupon to buy it.
Oh, okay.
So I just need to encourage people to get, vaccines. It's kind of cool. Plus, you get freebies.
Yes.
which is fine for now. They have the whole setup. Maybe not. Maybe they'll take that all down. But I have a feeling tomorrow I'll probably still be in one spot, and that's totally fine with me until we kind of see how everything's going to unfold there. But we'll see. I want to definitely eventually move around more, and I think that's in play. I just don't know when yet.
The ballpark dog. That is one of the things that I'm excited to go down there to be able to see people and just like the hustle and bustle of people walking to Comerica Park. I think that is going to be a lot of fun to just feel that, and it's going to be a sense of normalcy. We all understand that we're not out of the pandemic. This is just the next step. But to have that sense of normalcy, I think is going to feel great. But then to be able to sit down, have a ballpark, Frank, and just enjoy everything about that moment, I think is going to be really cool.
I'm kind of afraid in a weird way if places get rejected.
Starting route to 9535 Chamberlain Street.
As opposed
You can
to
ask Siri to report any accidents or hazards you see along the way.
It's going to be what,
In
$8 instead of
2.6
$7?
miles, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
We have some ticket texts.
Actually, I heard that they have a really good hot dog deal with chips and pop.
Good.
Like $6 or $6.25.
Good, absolutely. That's a great idea. All right, now here's some ticket text. And one I agree with too, and it definitely is counter to what we said, but I agree with him to a certain extent. As long as Goodrum is getting playing time, I don't buy much of what AJ is doing. He can't hit, he isn't feeling. Why is he there? Yeah, that's an interesting point. I'm not the biggest Nico Goodrum fan either. He's a utility player, and he's playing more than he should because they don't have anybody else. So
That's the thing, is, and everybody wants to know, well, why is Miggy still at that spot in the lineup? And we all know why, but he's not holding anybody back. The guys that have been sent down is because there's somebody that can fill that they hope
Eric Hill,
can do something.
yeah.
Did you guys see the play yesterday? It was early in the game where Purdue missed Goodrum on the cutoff.
Yes.
It's such a fine little.
I
Can't blame Goodrum on that.
No. I looked at the building. The prices are too high for the product. I hope the stadium fills up that the city needs it and it's safe. Can't go this weekend. We have tickets when the Cardinals are in town. That's right. I've been comfortable around people since the pandemic started. I haven't stopped working and none of that has bothered me. That's from Matt. Good. I will buy ticket when all the amenities and services the park has to offer are 100% open. Stephen Flynn. I assume they are, right?
I would think so.
I assume the carousel is open. I assume the Ferris wheel's open. I assume all that
It
stuff.
has not been open. But
Oh.
I'm guessing
Well, it
it
hasn't
has
been.
not. But
I
I'm
would-
guessing it will be. And I'm also guessing vendors will be back. We haven't had, right?
I
mean,
would
you
think so. I mean,
imagine?
if you're going to have, if you could have the possibility of a sellout and that many people there, you're going to be sitting next to each other. Why wouldn't you have the carousel
Right.
open? Why wouldn't you have all of the
I don't
vendors?
think you're going to have close to a sellout.
No, I'm not saying that, but if that's the possibility, if you could, looking at tomorrow night or Wednesday night with Mize pitching, if you thought, hey, we could possibly have a sellout, then why wouldn't you have all of the amenities open?
Guys, we have family in from out of town. We have 20 tickets for Thursday afternoon. Let's go, Tigers.
Awesome. I love
Thursday's an
that.
afternoon.
It is. Yep, 110. We don't know yet who is. I don't think we know yet who's pitching for the Tigers. So it'll be interesting.
Could be a TBA.
TBA.
Yeah, maybe a
Yes.
bullpen start or something.
Yeah, it could be. You could see about 8 pitchers pitch from the bullpen.
At the next light, turn left.
20 people from out of town. See his favorite Tiger pitch. All right, our telephone number is 248-539-9797. Julio is free. We'll discuss coming up next. 97.1, the ticket. Las Vegas was jumping yesterday with the Vegas Golden Knights. And Vegas is always jumping when you stay at the D Las Vegas. The D is a great place. Lots of fun.
At the light, turn
and
left
they
onto
have
West
great
14
food
Mile
there.
Road. Then turn right onto Inkster
If you're
Road.
right, Joe Vicari's Italian Steakhouse right there. You want something casual? American Coney Island, the Long Bar. It's an amazing place. Just hang out, watch games, and watch the bartenders put on a great show for you. Now, Derek Stevens, the owner, hangs out there. Tell him we sent you. Just might get you a cocktail. And also, if you want to golf out in Vegas, the folks at the D will hook you up Get you tea time on all the good courses that are available in Las Vegas. Nothing says fun like Las Vegas. Nothing is more affordable in Las Vegas than the D. Book your room today, thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas, Nevada.
97.1 The Ticket.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Inkster Road.
Traffic Center. This report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Construction is scheduled today, 75 southbound from Rochester Road to 14 Mile. An additional left lane closure. Also on and off right lane closures on the northbound side between Long Lake and Coolidge. For same-day service of your air conditioning or plumbing, call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 37 years in the business. 8+ Better Business Bureau rating.
Turn right onto
Mastercraft Heating, Cooling,
Northwestern
and Plumbing.
Highway.
800-924-2123. MastercraftHeating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Detroit Tigers host the Seattle Mariners. Pregame tomorrow at 6:50. 97.1 The Ticket.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Northville Lumber.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Ryan Tannehill's next informal offseason workout with his wide receivers will have a new theme. How about me and Julio down by the schoolyard? Yesterday, the Titans stole veteran All-Pro wide receiver Julio Jones from the Falcons for a second-round draft pick, and they'll become responsible for his salary, which reportedly scared off several potential suitors, most notably New England. Tannehill is over the moon to be adding Jones to an already physical offense on a win-now team that features Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown. Meantime, Atlanta's Matt Ryan, he's got to be livid, but this does confirm that the Falcons are in rebuilding mode. Seattle's Russell Wilson has got to be another unhappy camper, but Jones' salary would not fit well within the Seahawks cap. The bottom line here, folks, Tennessee might have done what it takes to clear that final playoff hump, assuming that this is going to get even more out of Ryan Tannehill. Boomer Esiason.
Hey, frequent
At the next light,
may keep
turn right.
running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to PrilosecOTC.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started. Plus, 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, zero heartburn. Go to PrilosecOTC.com and sign up today. Zero heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you're looking for more out of your battery? We can
Turn
help.
right onto
If you're in need of
Northwestern
higher
Highway.
performance, we'd go with Duralast Platinum. It's the best choice for premium power designed for your vehicle. And the line now includes EFB and AGM technology, which means we've got the right Duralast Platinum battery for you. And they're only available here at AutoZone. That's why we're America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2020.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Fisher is different? How? Don't you just ride the wave?
No, we actively manage client portfolios based on our forward-looking views of the market. In times like these, we understand that clients want proactive communication and guidance.
You don't just provide cookie-cutter portfolios?
No, we get to know our clients so we can tailor their portfolios to their specific goals and needs. We even offer resources on Social Security, Medicare, tax efficiency, and more.
Turn
Our
right
primary
onto
goal is to
Franklin
help them
Road.
achieve a comfortable retirement.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their
Starting
interests
route to
first.
9535 Chamberlain Street.
Only when your clients make more money?
6.1 miles.
Yep, our
Take
fees are
exit
transparent,
14C onto
structured so we do
M39
better
and
when our
Southfield
clients do
Freeway.
better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Are you a real estate agent, or have you ever thought about becoming a realtor? Hi, it's Mark Z with DXP. We are now hiring. Most realtors struggle because they don't have enough leads, or they work day and night with no retirement plan. I have a solution that includes company stock, residual income, and a great compensation plan. Come learn from the best. Me, Mark Z, at joinz.com. Help Mother Waddles to help those in need by donating your car. Your car donation to Mother Waddles
onto Michelle
tested
Drive.
positive for COVID, which is, I mean, that seems.
But I think it opens up the question: are we now going to be tested
At the light,
for? You know, like
turn
we have
right
the flu.
onto Michelle
we
Drive.
We have celebrated
Then turn
for,
left onto
you know,
Washington
decades
Street.
those that have played sick.
Right.
Are we now going to make sure that, well, if you have the flu or if you have strep throat, you can't play because they're going to be around
At the
and we
next
don't see
stop
somebody
sign,
sick?
turn left.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but that's where if you start doing this
Michael
now,
Jordan's flu game never would have happened in 2020 because he had the flu
At the stop sign,
2021.
turn left onto Washington Street. Then
You can say
turn
that
right
about
onto
anything.
Lynn
You should
Drive.
never let any injured players play. I think it's different because you had a disease that spread and you had millions of people die worldwide. I think that's a little bit of a difference. All right, our telephone number is 248-539-9797.
At the stop
Heather, what
sign,
is next?
turn right onto
So
Lynn
I've got a
Drive.
question for you
Then
guys.
turn
to think
left
about.
onto Chamberlain
Have
Street.
you ever found something that didn't belong in your takeout order? You know, found something in your food that just shouldn't be there. And you can probably guess where this is going because I have a story about a woman who found something that definitely didn't belong in her fried chicken.
fried chicken. Don't want anything unusual there.
No, never. 97-1 the ticket.
We had a big trade
Turn
in
left
pro
onto
football
Chamberlain
this week, and
Street.
the Tennessee Titans
Then the
got Julio
destination is
Jones,
on your right.
and that's going to affect their future odds big time. And guess what? You can bet on more than a final score with one-game parlay at BetMGM. One-game parlay is an exciting feature designed to help you make selections within a single game.
The destination is on your
Bet types,
right.
including team and player
9535
props. Log in your
Chamberlain
BetMGM account and create
Arrived.
the parlay of your dreams before the game.